Today, we have just decorated 25 Assistant Controller Generals. In the whole establishment, at the time when it was Nigerian Prison Service, we have a total of only 24 Assistant Controller Generals. Now the tripod has expanded to over 33 Assistant Controller Generals, out of which we have decorated 25 today. And we have also decorated 37 controllers of corrections. We only decorated the ones that are here in the headquarters, and we hope that that will be extended in the in the 8 zonal offices where opportunity has been provided for those that have been secured a promotion will be decorated by their assistant controller generals in charge of the zones. For each elevation, there is something that is expected for all of us. So, I want to urge all of you to know to please rededicate yourself to the service of your fatherland and to put your greater efforts in ensuring that you reposition this service at a time when we are implementing the Nigerian Correctional Service Act 2019. It therefore behoves on all of us that we are going into uncharted territory, especially in the area of non-custodial service. Some of you are going to man community service, parole, probation, restorative service, justice, and any other special measure that may be assigned, and that is, in that case, special duties. These are areas that is completely new to the Nigerian Correctional Service and to Nigeria itself as a whole, which we have never implemented. As I have said in other forum, just within the FCT alone, during this lockdown, over 21,000 people were sent for community service. 21,000. This ordinarily will have been people that will have been put in the normal custodial centers. Where do we have the place? So we should all be grateful to Mr. President for signing this act that provided the opportunity of sending people to do other things rather than keeping them in custody, which all of us knows it attendant problems of overcrowding and also the financial burden that is put on government itself. And therefore, I want to urge all of you that will find yourself in those areas that are completely new to please put in your best, because you are laying the foundation for the successful implementation of the Nigerian Correctional Service Act 2019. For every competition, there must be winners, there must also be losers. But in this case, it is the issue of promotion. Promotion, like my boys have said, is based on vacancy. The vacancies are limited and the people are many. So in this class competition, like I said, there are so many parameters that are used in arriving at who is entitled and who benefits from that promotion. Like the commissioner in charge of APT have said, you can fulfill all the conditions, but your pen picture, you may be lacking. And therefore, it is important when you are working, you give your absolute reality in ensuring to the boss and to your bosses. You should never be involved in any act of sabotage or taking lukewarm attitudes to responsibilities that are assigned to you. Because at the end of the day, you may be losing out, because the recommendation to the board will have to come from the Controller General. It is only him that can assess you and give a proper assessment to the board and make necessary recommendation. So what do I mean? It means that you must be absolutely loyal Loyal in the sense, not to the Controller General, but to the service. Because the Controller General personifies the service. He personifies the service. He's a symbol of the service. Where you do not, you are given assignment, you do not perform. You feel that you go and pass your exams. That cannot be. You cannot be elevated because you cannot be a living example of others. It is important that you personify, you be loyal, you be dedicated to your responsibilities and ensuring that whatever is assigned to you, you have done it to the best of your ability. Then the rest you leave it to God. Leave it to God. So finally, let me urge all of you to please dedicate yourself to this. Finally, I want to thank the chairman, seize this opportunity to thank the chairman of the board, the Honorable Minister of Interior, Rauf Adesoji Adebesola, for his magnanimity in chairing the board and ensuring this promotion takes place within a record time. Let me also thank the two commissioners of the board who are here with us, Major General E. Ibasi and Alhaji Ado Jafaru, for their dedication and for their perseverance in ensuring that this promotion sells through.
every one of you that have been decorated today with new ranks. This is a reward for hard work on your own part, and I expect that in return for this reward, you should put in your own best. The nation and indeed your service expects you to reciprocate by putting in your best, being loyal to the system, the service, and the nation. You must realize that indeed those of you who have been decorated today are lucky. Besides hard work, you are lucky because the vacancies are few and you are far more than the vacancies. And so many other things come into consideration. Some of your colleagues who have not been promoted today or decorated, it is not that they did not pass, and that's why they say promotion comes from God. And I know some of you here that has been decorated, perhaps in the past have missed promotions. But today, you are lucky to be promoted. So you have every reason to give back to the system what the system has given to you, this recognition.
I would want to draw the attention of officers promoted and all those officers behind them who are also lining up for decoration in the subsequent promotion exercise to note one thing. As my colleague said, promotion comes from God. That is true, but we have to work also towards it. The competition is high. Of course, you all know there are many officers who are chasing few vacancies. The vacancies are not just there. Where you find 20 people, aspiring to fill maybe 5 vacancies, the competition will be very keen. However, you all also know that the board has the absolute powers to promote and discipline officers. However, we only do that on the recommendation of your Controller General. Once you miss his recommendation, you have missed the promotion, no matter how much you score. I want to get this right. That means discipline is the key word. Discipline is the key word. No matter how hardworking you are, no matter how intelligent you are, if you are not disciplined, you are not loyal, you are not likely to be promoted. And I believe it's not only in this service, in all military and paramilitary services. So get this clearly, that you would have to work with your superior officers very well. You would have to know what you should do and what you should not do.
I just want to appreciate the Controller General on behalf of the officers who have been elevated for this promotion that has been granted to us. And I want to promise him that we are not going to disappoint him in the discharge of our duty. All that he has advised us on, we are going to do that so that the correction service will move forward.
My colleagues, they should take faith. I missed my rank too last year, and I took faith to God because at God's time, He's going to give, not what we want. When God wants us to have the rank, He's going to give it to us. So not what a human being wants that He's going to get at that time, but what God wants for him at the right time He's going to get. They should continue praying. You understand? They should continue praying. It's not everybody that goes to market on time that comes back on time. So whenever God says it's your time, you are going to have it. So everybody should be patient, should be praying, not only praying and be lazy. Be praying and put all your best in the job. Be vigorative, no eye service. Let your A be A in FCT, A be A in Borno, A in Lagos. Not that you say A here and you be B there. Don't work to the eyes of Controller General side to see you are working. Work as yourself. Let it be imbibing you. so that he can move can move the correctional service forward. It's not more prison service, it's correctional service. You understand? No, prison is punitive. Correctional is making a new form.
I've been elevated. I intend to work harder for the service. Not for my personal self alone, but for the service. In any capacity I'm asked to work, I'm ready to work very hard, even harder than I did before.
Promotion comes from God. It's a matter of patience, trusting and believing God that a day like this will come for them.